If I can share with you just the last part of his bio, which I think fits him so well. Dave is a no BS approach to getting clients visible results quickly, consistently, and fully and guaranteed. And I can attest to the fact that indeed that's what this man does. Cool. Roy, you owe me 20 bucks and I want some tennis shoes like yours.
That's cool.
Dave.
All right.
Come on up.
Thanks, sir. Okay, here we go. All right, showtime. Okay, 5 keys. This is the Best Body Blueprint. This is a blueprint to get you where you want to go rapidly and guaranteed. How to reclaim your attractive, healthy, and energetic body once and for all. Okay, who are you? Who am I, and why should you listen to me? I've been in the fitness industry for 23 years. I've done step aerobics, group fitness, spinning, the Fitness Connection in Fort Worth. There's not much I haven't. Jane Fonda, anyone? Okay. So, and I started by mopping floors, cleaning up. 1,700, in the last 4 years, 1,700 satisfied clients. 3 national certifications. I can see it, you can't. There you go. Okay, and the 3 national certifications, not as important as I'm the first person in the DFW area to give you 100% guaranteed results or your money back. Weight loss fitness expert. I'm the author of the No BS Guide to Rapid Fat Loss, and my nutrition crash course, Rapid Results Nutrition Crash Course, is used by 300 other boot camp instructors in the country to instruct their clients how to get fast, rapid fat loss. Okay, let's look at why things don't work. When you're going for a New Year's resolution and you want to get small and toned, what is impeding your progress? There's 10 reasons. Incomplete programs. Something's missing. Usually it's failure to address nutrition first, because you can't out-exercise a bad diet. And you'll hear me say that a few times, because it's true. Incomplete nutrition. Avoiding cardio health. Usually guys, they tend to not do anything that will increase the heart rate. They'll lift weights, but they go slow. And so there's no dropping the body fat. Going out too fast too soon. How many? Yeah, me too. And I know better. Okay, no warm-up or cool-down, so you're starting to look at injuries. And your training's not as effective when you don't have an effective warm-up. No stretching, again, injuries, and you just don't feel well. No post-workout nutrition. Relatively new to the scene for training clients, but it stalls your progress if you don't have post-workout nutrition. And then lack of professional guidance. This is people that have the want to, but they don't know how to do it. And then there's a second bigger group that knows what to do, and I can't get myself to do it. Okay? I heard it three times in one day. So let's talk about 5 steps to getting you where you want to go rapidly. I'm going to go through these kind of quick, and then we'll expand on them. You got to know what you want. It's like a map. You got to know your goal. Where do you want to go to? To find out where you're at, you got to find out where you're at physically. Then you got to design a map or a complete program to get you from point A to point B. You got to take action, because with no action, you're still standing right where you're at. Even the best laid plans and no action, nothing happens. Regularly assess your progress. Okay, it's just like a compass. You got to keep checking where you're at to make sure you're heading towards your target. So let's talk about goals, motivation, and commitment. You got to know exactly what you want. The clearer your goal, the clearer how you see what you want to look like in general when you're done with the program, or in 6 weeks or 12 weeks, the faster you'll get to where you're going and the higher the success rate. And you can't set it up, I want to lose weight. You have to set a specific goal. You got to find out why your goals are important to you. What are the motivating factors? Better health. You're going to feel better. You want to keep up with your kids. You went up a flight of stairs and you're winded. Usually it's a picture. I saw myself at a wedding and oh my God. So we've been there. So you got to find out what your motivations are. You want to look better, feel better, live a full life. And how committed are you? In general, when they get in front of me, they're an 8 to a 10. An 8 or a 9, because they're not sure. They want to know, can they get it scheduled, and is it going to work? And you really have to be a 10 in the beginning because this all works together. You have to be a 10 to have the motivation to change the 1 or 2 habits that will start moving you towards your goal over time. Small habits add up. It's like a small investment, and then you get a return on your investment over time. You got to evaluate where am I now, so you can decide what you need to do to get where you want to go. Those things that are measured tend to improve. So you got to find out where you're at. You got to get on the scale, whether you want to or not. You got to get measured. There's no way to know if you're improving if you don't know where you're at. Weight works, but it's not always accurate, because this is the best example. What weighs more? Okay, this is where you got to think about it, because this is probably the look you're going for, small and toned, but it'll weigh a little bit more than this. Okay, so weight is always the most accurate, but it is a good way to measure progress. Body fat is a better way. We do measurements, calipers, usually within the first 4 weeks. The weight may not be moving down as fast, but you'll definitely see body fat loss, especially all things applied properly. Measurements, because you want to get small. In general, you want to get small. Even guys want to get lean and smaller, and then they'll look more muscular. So measurements. Photographs, before and after photographs, they work. You got to see where you're at and start moving. And nothing's more motivating than actually seeing your progress within 6 to 12 weeks. Conditioning, because on the first day in a basic assessment, you may make it a minute and a half, 2 minutes, but within a week, you can do 4 times that or 10 times that amount of exercise. It's amazing how fast you'll adapt and how much you'll change in a short amount of time. And women in general, like if I get them in front of me and I'm like, what do you want to see different? If they don't have a weight number, they can tell me what size clothes they want to get into. I mean, if they're a 14, they want in a 10, and then, everybody's numbers are different, but that's how you measure, and they show up because they're like, my pants are tight. My pants are tight and nothing fits. And I want to wear cute clothes, and that's a good motivator, and there's nothing wrong with that. So designing a complete program that's complete, not missing any components, and get you where you want to go. It must include 6 basics. Nutrition, you're laying down the foundation. You cannot out-exercise a bad diet. It's just too easy to counter it. You might burn 400, 600 calories in a workout, and that's a couple salt. You can eat on the way home way more than you just knocked out. Okay? So nutrition is laying down the foundation. It's 85% of your results with our program. And you look better faster. And we walk you into it. It's a crawl, walk, run sequence. Cardiovascular exercise, here's the good news. Cardio's lame, it's boring, and it's ineffective. So we threw it out. Okay, long, slow cardio where you're watching Oprah while you're on the elliptical, it's not getting you where you want to go, and for most women it's making you fatter. And it's a vicious cycle because you're not seeing any change because it's not working. So you stop going and doing it, and you feel guilty and you start eating more. It's just a vicious cycle, okay? We say replace it with HIIT training. You can go on to the internet, high intensity interval training, 8 to 10 minutes, a 5-minute warm up. You train real hard for about 10 seconds, and you recover for 50, real hard for 10 minutes, then a 5-minute cool down, and you're done. And you're looking better faster. It's more effective. And your health goes up, your condition goes up with minimum time. Why do more exercise than you have to get the look and the results you want? And complexes are a little bit more cutting edge, probably within the last year, where you're doing 4 to 6 exercises. You can do bodyweight cardio at home before you leave to go to work. You don't have to drive to the gym, get on the elliptical for an hour and a half, 2 hours on an empty stomach and all that. You can get the results you want rapidly with nothing. Supplementation, a multivitamin to cover your basics, and then meal replacement immediately after you train, something like this, engineered nutrition, that has a little bit of carbohydrates to help you recover your muscles to recover, protein to help you rebuild tissue, and then some fats kind of make everything work right. And as we moved this we took this from athletics because it works. Okay, as athletes, we were using this. I mean, if breakfast is your most important meal, eating immediately after you train is the second most important meal of the day because you recover more quickly. And when you recover more quickly and completely, you can train hard sooner, and that's where you start seeing results faster. Okay? And then also you feel better. You know how if you train and you're driving home, you're like a little whacked, or you go home and you're laying on the couch for an hour and a half? This will take that away. Okay? You got to recover.
Is that muscle milk?
Yeah. It's just I mean, it's the hardest thing to describe, so that's something like this. And for women, look for the light, by the way. Look for the light. So it's about 180 calories for women, about 220 or 280. And the girls that I do train, it works. It works. You're supposed to raise your hand and go, yeah, it works. Okay, resistance training. The meat and potatoes of what you see trainers do, we use body weight, balls, sandbags, anything that can create resistance. Okay? Machines are kind of going away. Okay? Because it's not how you move. We use a lot of muscle in a short amount of time. You don't feel like your training is hard, but you're getting more results faster. And then flexibility to prevent injury. And coaching. In the past, accountability was the key, but what we're finding out is people need more support. Okay? Support is where it's at. That's why you're seeing like more small groups, like 2 people, 1 expert, 3 people, 1 expert, because there's the accountability and support of not just the coach and you, but also of your peers, people working out with you. So you build up a group. But coaching and then knowledge. To help smart people hire coaches to get them where they want to go faster than they can get themselves there, if they ever get there at all. Smart people hire coaches. Take action. Nothing happens till you move. Learn each component. How do you learn? Through repetition, over and over, and then it's embedded and you can carry it on forever. I say it, if the number of exercises you know is like a bag of tricks, once you train with an expert, your bag is almost limitless. Because you learn how to go into anywhere at any time or even at home and train and get results. Take action and implement. It's the most common people know what to do. They just can't get themselves to do it. And if you have an appointment or a partner or somebody checking up on you, but usually it's have a partner. Okay? It's huge. The number one reason is you know what to do, you don't take action on it. Commit to push through 21 days. I usually tell people first 7 days, especially if you're it's very hard. You can do it. Okay? You're going to be sore. It's a process. Okay? That's why you kind of have to be at a 10 initially. Okay? And then within 14 days you start feeling better. With 21 days, you know you can do this. And then it's all gravy after that. You got to regularly assess. You got to find out where you're at. You got to reassess, remeasure, make sure you're going in the right direction, and tweak it. When you regularly assess your results by measuring again that which you wish to improve, deadlines are probably one of the best inventions in the history of mankind. How many things would not have happened without a deadline? So what we do is we create short little deadlines about every 4 weeks. In fact, I say it's every 4 weeks. We reassess because it's a deadline. And you'll do all kinds of things to get yourself ready for a deadline. And when you get there, then we celebrate. And then we set the next deadline. And we move forward. Okay? But deadlines work like nothing else. Failure to do so, to remeasure, it's open-ended. Because like when you have a project, the project will fill up the time allowed. If you give yourself 30 days to get in great shape, 30 days, you go, okay? Then you reassess. You don't want to plateau. And we have ways of breaking plateaus and frustration back. It doesn't happen when you have deadlines and reassess. Okay, small, short deadlines. Take responsibility for doing this ensures continued progress. We say if it's important, do it every day. If it's important, do it every day. Your diet's important. You address it every day. And it really accelerates your success. Because when you see results, it motivates you to keep moving. The number one reason most people do fall away when they're trying it out on their own, they don't see any, they don't feel, their clothes aren't getting looser, they don't feel like they're in, they're not moving in the right direction. So have an expert review your progress and identify course corrections. And the best example I can say is when you see a torpedo moving toward a ship or towards a target, it appears to be moving in a straight line. But what you're not paying attention to is in the back end, the rudder is constantly making adjustments. And that's what your coach does. He is constantly in the back making adjustments so the front hits its target. Okay? I like that analogy. Okay. So how long does it take to achieve significant results? I'm going to tell you, your health will be improved in your first workout. 30 minutes to an hour. When you walk out of there after the first day of exercise, you're in better shape. You have higher oxygen uptake, your work capacity is increased, sometimes double or triple, and you'll feel better. Your health improves the first day. I can't do a miracle in 30 days, but I can do it in 90 days. Okay? It takes me about 12 weeks, and it takes you 12 weeks. And I don't know why this is a magic number, but it works. Usually the first 4 weeks, you're still trying to get your feet under you. And for some reason, women usually within 6 weeks, all are seeing a drop in weight. 8 weeks, you're rolling, and 12, it's solid. And I think you need 12 weeks too to have a couple setbacks, a couple things happen in your life where you have to make an adjustment. That way, after the 12 weeks, you know how to adjust to problems that might come up, okay? Because 12 weeks is a good run. And that gives you enough time. I've seen people train with us for 12 weeks, and they have the fitness habit for life. So why do some people succeed while others spin their wheels? I think it's they don't have a model. Something that works and a program that succeeded in the past, that's adjustable to the individual, and that works. And I think I have that program, but what these people will say, more important than what I say. Can you hear that?
Working with pediatric patients. I live here in Fort Worth.
My name is Janet Powers. I'm 52 years old. I'm a registered nurse working with pediatric patients. I live here in Fort Worth. I've been overweight all my life, but never anything sustained. I've lost weight, gained it back again, and then I just kept gaining and gaining and gaining. And I got close to 300 pounds, and I was back, and so I felt like God was talking to me. And so that particular night before I chickened out, I called Dave, and I was very, very nervous, afraid that I was too old, I was too out of shape, that I wasn't the kind of client that they wanted, that I couldn't afford it. Body Firm. I started out at 275 pounds, which my actual high at some point was 294, but I was down to 275 when I started, and currently I'm at 165. Still have almost half the person I was before, and it really hasn't seemed that hard.
Shelly Smith. I'm 39 and I'm a technical claims specialist for Liberty Mutual, which means that I handle workers' comp claims. Very stressful, but sedentary
Doing it
job.
for a while, like not committed.
Motivation, just not being motivated to do it, thinking you don't want to do the work, it's going to be hard, you're so out of shape, it's going to hurt, it's going to be painful, the money, I don't have it, I'll have to save, whatever it is, but mainly it's probably time. People, well, I've got to go to work, and then when I get off work, I have to make dinner or whatever
I have
it
to
is.
watch TV.
Yeah, I've got that show every Thursday I've got to watch. So, it's everything in your life that you use as an excuse, really, to not do the one thing that is probably on your mind more than anything else. Because being overweight and not feeling good about myself was on my mind constantly. It never left my mind. I always thought about it. Every moment of every day, I was consumed with knowing that I was overweight and feeling horrible about how I looked. So, but you use every excuse in the book not to do it.
Have you met or exceeded your initial goals?
Yeah, I've exceeded my goals. I've lost 32 pounds. I've gone from a size 16 to a size 10, and I've gone from 41% body fat to 31% body fat.
Good. How much time do you think you spend a week on actual exercise?
Say 3
At
hours.
least 3 hours? 3 hours a week total? It's pretty interesting.
At the
And you lost
most,
30
because there
pounds.
are days when I don't do my cardio, and I should.
My name is Stephen Poole. I'm 34 years old. I'm executive director of a local teachers union here in Fort Worth, Texas. I've seen a lot of benefits from the training, and the most important is weight loss. Right now, I've lost 24 pounds since I first began working out with Dave, and I've also seen a lot of added energy throughout the day. So that's 2 pluses that I'm very.
Kristen Sutton, 35 years old. I'm a registered nurse, Arlington, Texas. For me, it was just, I think I had reached rock bottom. I was heavier than I had really ever been. Felt horrible. Just woke up tired every day and had tried everything. I had tried Weight Watchers, which I have been successful with Weight Watchers, but it just didn't seem like a long-term solution. I'd had lap band surgery. That did not work. I ate around it. Any fad diet that you've ever heard of, I had tried it.
Okay.
And this is the most successful I've ever been at anything. 32 pounds. I've lost 15% of my body fat. 23 inches overall, 7 in my hips, and 5 in my waist.
Overall, how's your experience been? Has it been satisfying? Okay.
I think it's the best thing I've ever done for myself.
Okay.
My husband and I talk about that all
In
the
8
time.
weeks, I was able to lose 19 pounds of fat and gain 16 pounds of muscle. I lost 11 inches total, and I lost about 7% of my body fat percentage.
In the past 6 weeks, I've lost 15 pounds. I've lost 5 inches off of my hips. I've lost, I think, dropped 2 pant sizes. I recently had to go shopping again.
My strength was increasing, and when I run out on my own, I noticed that my stamina had increased, and I was running easier and able to run faster, and that kept me. I went from only setting up 5K runs to only doing 10K runs.
Well, I've lost 21 pounds and about 19 inches.
You do it a few times, and you do start seeing results pretty quick, really quick. I did. I saw them within a week or two. I could already tell I'd already started losing weight. 5-6 miles, just go out and rip it out.
Okay.
I feel better. I know I look better. 5 pounds. I've dropped 7 inches in my waist, and I've taken off 7% of my body fat. Went from 24 to 17.
All right. Okay. It works. $25 donation. There's a consult form in your pack. Oh, you know what? I started closing too fast. Sorry about that. What's the best way to achieve the results you want to accomplish in the shortest amount of time possible? It's not just about the weight. It's being able to do what you want to do when you want to. You want to put that swimsuit on, put it on. You want to run up a flight of stairs, run up a flight. You want to run out the door, run a mile, run a mile. It's being able to do what you want to do when you want to do it. Follow a model and invest in coaching. It works. No matter where you are today, you have the power to make a choice and change where you are tomorrow by the decisions you make. So make some good ones. There's a consult form in your packet. You can fill that out and run me up a nutrition. I have nutrition crash courses. It's a CD, follow along book. I brought 5 tonight. The first 5 that opt in for a consult, fill it out, take it to the back. Roy will get you signed in and set up. You'll get a nutrition crash course tonight. Put the CD in your car, drive home. I hope you're about 30 minutes away, and you'll start getting leaner in the morning. So Janet's here. She'll tell you the program works. I'm going to put on Sally Jocelyn's here, and some of my clients have been here, and I appreciate you guys coming out.